My wife had a secret second life, and I only found out after she vanished. Let me tell you a story I wish I never had to live through. It's the kind of thing you read about on Reddit and think, damn, that sucks for them. Yeah, well, this time, it happened to me. It all started on a Wednesday. Just a normal, average Wednesday. Or so I thought. I came home from work early, something I rarely do. The office had a power outage, and my boss told everyone to head out. So I thought, cool, surprise day night with the wife. I even stopped by her favorite Thai place to grab dinner. She loves the pad CEW with extra broccoli. I remember thinking she'd probably roll her eyes and say, "You trying to make me fat?" Like she always does, then smile and dig in anyway. I walked into the house, and something felt off. No music playing. No Netflix murmuring in the background. No clanking from the kitchen. Just silence. I called out, "Babe," no answer. I figured she might be out running errands or walking the dog, but then I saw it, the one detail that would flip my world upside down. Her phone was on the kitchen counter. Face down, unlocked, buzzing. My heart skipped. That woman never left her phone unattended. She slept with it under her pillow. She'd joke it was her second husband. At first, I wasn't trying to snoop. I really wasn't. But the screen lit up, and a message preview popped up. I booked the hotel. Room 214. Usual time. I blinked. Usual time? Hotel. And the name attached wasn't one I recognized, just A. My stomach twisted. I stood there frozen, holding that greasy takeout bag, while my brain tried to catch up. Was this a prank? Some kind of joke? I opened the phone. No passcode. Maybe she didn't expect to leave it behind. I scrolled up in the conversation, and I swear to you, it felt like the ground opened beneath me. God, I can't stop thinking about last night. I miss you already. You're so much more exciting than my boring husband. I dropped the bag. Broccoli and noodles exploded across the tile, but I didn't care. I just kept scrolling. Message after message. Pictures. Plans. Memories they shared. Memories she should have been making with me. And then I noticed something worse. Something that made me forget to breathe. They've been meeting for over a year. A full, damn, year. And here's the real kicker, this guy, eh? He wasn't just some random stranger. I recognized him. He was someone I knew. Someone who'd been in my house. But before I could even process it, another thought hit me like a truck. Where was she? I checked the time, 4:38 p.m. I tried calling. No answer. Texted. Nothing. And then while pacing the kitchen with shaking hands, I got a call. Not from her. Not from a friend. From a block number. I hesitated, then picked up. There was a pause. Then a deep, unfamiliar voice said, "If you want to see her again, don't call the police." I froze. The voice on the other end of the line wasn't shouting. It wasn't angry. It was calm. Chillingly calm. Like someone who had done this before. "Listen carefully," the voice said. "You'll get one call. One chance. No police. No games. Or she disappears forever." I tried to speak, but my throat was bone dry. My lips moved before any sound came out. "Who are you? Where is she? What the hell is going on?" Click. Just like that, the line went dead. I stood there in my kitchen, surrounded by spilled takeout, holding my wife's unlocked phone, and I swear to you, I felt like I was in a movie. But it was real. And the more I thought about it, the more horrifying it became. My wife had been cheating. That was already soul-crushing. But this? Now someone had taken her? My first instinct was to grab my keys and race to the police. But that voice echoed in my head. "Don't call the police." And for some reason, I listened. Instead, I did something I never thought I'd do. I started playing detective. I opened her phone again, heart pounding. I scrolled through her messages with the guy she'd been cheating with. There were dozens of hotel meetups, all at the same place. Pinewood Inn, a cheap little roadside motel just outside town. I checked her calendar. She'd actually marked today as gym day. What a joke. The last time she set foot in a gym was probably 2021. She'd used it as a cover before, according to the messages. Every time she told me she was doing legs and core, she was really doing. Never mind. I checked her photos. That's when my blood ran cold. The last photo taken on her phone was timestamped 2:07 p.m. today. It was a selfie, but not one she took intentionally. It was blurry. Her face was confused, almost like she had just turned her head. Her hair was messy, like someone had grabbed her. In the background, I could make out something, a mirror, a beige curtain, a nightstand with a Bible on it. Room 214. Pinewood Inn. I was out the door in less than 2 minutes. I sped through traffic like a man possessed. Every red light felt like an eternity. My mind kept looping that final voicemail. If you want to see her again. I wasn't even sure what I was doing. I just knew I had to see that room. Pinewood Inn sat at the edge of town like some forgotten relic from the 80s. Peeling paint, flickering neon sign, a vending machine out front with a D in drinks missing. I parked around the side and walked straight to the manager's office. The guy behind the desk looked like he hadn't slept in a week. Yellow-stained shirt, greasy hair, and a cigarette in his hand, inside the building. Room 214, I said. My wife. I think she stayed here today. He squinted at me. You a cop? I hesitated. No. No room keys without ID or reservation, he grunted, reaching for a clipboard. That's when I slid her phone across the counter and opened the picture. Does this look like your hotel? He stared. His eyes narrowed. Then he slowly nodded. That's one of our rooms, he muttered. That lamp's only in the upstairs corner unit. 214. Is she still there? He shook his head. Checked out an hour ago. My chest tightened. Do you remember who she was with? The guy frowned. Didn't see her. Some guy paid cash. Baseball cap, sunglasses. Didn't talk. I stepped outside, hands trembling. And that's when I saw it. Black car. Parked across the street. Engine running. Windows tinted. It had been there when I arrived. And when I turned to look again, it was gone. I stood there, staring at the empty space where the car had been, heart racing, sweat running down my back despite the cool breeze. That black car, it was watching me. I knew it. Whoever was behind us, they were still tracking my every move. I got in my car and locked the doors. I sat there for a second, trying to calm my breathing, trying to make sense of it all. What was happening? Why her? Was this about the affair, or something more? Back home, I pulled into the driveway, half expecting another call, another threat, but my phone stayed silent. I walked into the house, still a wreck from earlier. Thai food on the floor, her phone still on the kitchen counter, like it was mocking me. That's when I noticed something I hadn't seen before. The back door was unlocked. I always locked that door, and I was certain I did before I left. My stomach turned. Was someone in the house? I grabbed a baseball bat from the closet and crept from room to room. Bedroom clear. Bathroom empty. Closet nothing. But in the garage, I found something that made my blood freeze. Her suitcase. The one she took on our anniversary trip last year. The same one she swore was lost a few months ago during a weekend trip to visit her sister. It was right there, tucked behind an old shelf. Inside were clothes I didn't recognize. Expensive lingerie I'd never seen her wear. And a second burner phone. No password. Just open. And on it, a completely different life. There were texts from people I didn't know, some using fake names. One stood out, Lucas, the new job details. Another read, you'll be gone in 72 hours, max money wired after delivery. Delivery? There were also bank app screenshots. Thousands of dollars. Payments from someone labeled Crow. Who the hell was Crow? Suddenly, this wasn't just about cheating. My wife, my sweet, soft-spoken wife, was involved in something serious. Drugs? Trafficking? Espionage? My head was spinning. That's when her phone buzzed again on the kitchen counter. The original one. The one she left behind. New message. Unknown number. You're in over your head. Stay out of it. Or she dies. I dropped the burner phone. Rushed to the kitchen. Another message. This is your only warning. I ran to the window, expecting to see that black car again. But the street was empty. I started pacing, my mind spinning 100 miles an hour. What had she gotten into? And why had she kept it so well hidden? Then I remembered something. Something that had fell off for months, but I'd ignored. She'd started locking her desk drawer. Said it was for work stuff. I never thought twice. No. I broke it open with a screwdriver. Inside was a small notebook. Black cover. Plain. No title. I opened it, and every single page was filled with codes. Dates. Names. Coordinates. A line scratched across one page. If he finds out, burn everything. He? Who's he? Me? Crow? Lucas? At the very back of the notebook was a key taped to the inside cover. And underneath it, a note written in her handwriting. If you're reading this, I'm sorry. Locker number 117. Eastfield Storage. Don't trust anyone, not even the police. That was when I realized something terrifying. I didn't really know the woman I married. And someone out there was willing to kill to keep it that way. I didn't sleep that night. How could I? I stayed on the couch, clutching both phones, that notebook, and the tiny silver key like my life depended on it, because maybe it did. When the sun rose, I was already in my car, headed to Eastfield Storage, just outside town. The place was quiet, surrounded by chain-link fences and rusted-out U-Haul trailers. The kind of place nobody really pays attention to, which suddenly made too much sense. I found locker 117 tucked in the far back row. Hands shaking, I slid the key into the lock. It clicked open. I paused. What the hell am I about to find? I lifted the door, and my jaw dropped. There wasn't much inside. Just a single duffel bag. Black, worn, heavy. I pulled it out, unzipped it, and just stared. Stacks of cash. Maybe $40,000, $50,000, easily. A passport. But not hers, at least not under her real name. Samantha Green. Born in Nevada. Picture looked just like her, but the birth date was 2 years off. Same face. Different life. I kept digging. A USB drive. A gun. Yeah, a real one. Fully loaded. I dropped it like it was made of fire. My wife had a gun in a hidden locker under a fake name. What the hell was going on? That's when I heard the sound that still haunts me. A car door slamming. I turned, and there it was again, the black car. The one from Pinewood Inn. It was parked right outside the fence, engine running. And this time, someone stepped out. It wasn't who I expected. Not a man. A woman. Tall, blonde, black trench coat, sunglasses. She walked like she had authority. Like she was used to being in control. And she didn't look surprised to see me. She stopped just outside the gate. "Are you him?" she asked calmly. I froze. "Who are you?"